Well, today we're going to learn a game called Leftovers that will give you practice with division. The rules of the game Leftovers are really pretty simple. Players take turn, and each turn has 3 steps. So you roll the number cube, you set out the number of sheets that are on the number cube, and then you share the tiles in the cup. There are 15 equally on the sheets of paper. And any tiles that can't go on the sheets of paper are leftovers, and you get to keep those. Play continues until there are no tiles left, and the player with the greatest number of leftovers wins. I'm going to demonstrate how to take a turn. I'm going to be player A, and I'm going to roll the number cube. And let's suppose I roll a 4. And the 4 tells me that I need to share the 15 tiles from the cup into 4 equal groups.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So you can think of these 4 sheets of paper like paper plates, and we can think of these 15 tiles like 15 cookies that we would share among 4 children. So let's get our cookies out. What kind of cookies do you think they should be?
Chocolate chip or dark chocolate chip.
What are your favorite type of cookies?
Dark chocolate chip.
Dark chocolate chip? Okay. That's kind of...
I had for like lunch today, kind of.
Did you?
Snack.
Okay. Uh-oh. Well, there are 3 tiles remaining, and I can't put them on the sheets of paper. Why not?
Because it won't fit into 4 because there's only 3.
There's only 3, so they are leftovers. So I get to keep them, and that's why the game is called Leftovers. So there are my 3. Okay, now I must write an equation for my turn. Okay, how many tiles did I start with?
15.
15, good. And how many equal groups did
4.
I make? I made 4. And how many tiles are in each group?
3.
And how many leftovers are there?
3.
So remainder 3. Great. Okay, so when you play, you'll record an equation like this in your workspace on the paper for each turn you take and also for each turn your partner takes. So let's go back and look at this equation. What does the 15 stand for?
The titles,
The tiles that we started with?
Oh.
What's the 4?
Number of groups.
The number of our equal groups.
Oh, okay.
And what is the 3?
Titles in each group.
And
leftovers.
Our 3s are leftovers. Yep. Okay. So we would write that on our equation. We would write our equation on the paper. When you have completed your turn, you put the tiles on the sheet of paper back into the cup. And remember that I keep my 3 leftover tiles. So how many tiles are now in the cup?
12.
12, good. Now it's player B's turn. Let's suppose my partner rolls a 3. And you can think of these 3 sheets of paper again as our paper plates. And we're going to share the cookies among our 3 children. So, as you notice, we don't have any tiles left over. There are 0 tiles remaining, and that's too bad for partner B because there are no leftover tiles to keep. And remember, the person who has the most leftover tiles wins. So now I'm going to record player B's equation. when I record, I ask myself these 4 questions. I ask myself, how many tiles were in the cup to start?
12.
I ask myself, how many number of equal groups can I make?
3.
And then how many tiles do I have in each group?
4.
And how many are left over?
0.
0. Good. Now, we'll continue playing the game, and you will be player B. But first, you need to record the 2 equations so far. So, there you go. So there's our 2 equations that we've had so far. Okay, so I'm going to be player A, and I'll go next. And watch as I take my turn, and then we'll write the equation together. Okay, so I rolled a
1,
which is kind of different. And so all of my tiles will go on Okay, so let's take a look at our equation. How many tiles did I have to start with?
12.
12. How many groups, equal groups, did I have?
1.
I had 1. How many tiles are in each group?
12.
12. Did I have any leftovers?
No.
No, no leftovers. Okay, you are player B, so it's your turn. And then so you will write this equation, just write down there in player A. It's a strange equation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so it's your turn and you get to roll.
6.
6, okay.
I need an extra.
Do you have 6? Oh, there's one right there.
Can I stand up?
Yeah, of course, yep. So you rolled 6.
Oops.
So what has happened? Do you have any tiles left?
No.
No, so let's take a look at what equation you would make. Remember those 4 questions that we asked? How many
Titles.
tiles did we start with? And how many tiles did we start with?
12.
Okay. How many number of equal groups were you able to make?
6.
How many tiles were in each group?
2.
2. Did you have any leftovers?
Oh.
No, you didn't either. Okay, there is your equation. So Today we do not have another student with us because he's homesick, and you and he would get to play this game with each other to kind of practice writing your equations and see who would win, who would have the total leftovers. But since we don't have another student, you and I are going to continue playing the game together, and let's see who ends up winning. And why don't we, because we're running out of time, why don't we go to here, and at this point we'll see who has the most total leftovers. Okay, and what skill are we working on again?
Division.
We're working on division and kind of finding out what it means to have leftovers, or what do we call those leftovers?
Remainders.
We call them remainders. Great. Okay, you're doing a really great job today. Thank you for participating.